What is up, YouTube? James back here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. We're going to be using the Zygarde Solgaleo team once again with Zygarde, Solgaleo, Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Venusaur, and Ludicolo. If you haven't checked out the previous episode, I highly recommend go checking it out. It was a pretty insane episode and probably one of my favorite battles of VGC 2019 to date. So, in between me recording this and the last video you saw, because there is a time gap between me recording this, I haven't really played Pokemon in about a week. So, I played a few games here and there. I've been testing also the new team that's going to be coming out as well, so should be pretty fun. But overall, I haven't been able to play Pokemon just because of the fact that I've been having some really tough midterms coming up. So this week, actually, when you're watching this, in the day I'm recording it, which is actually the same day, really some difficult midterms. I haven't really been able to play Pokemon. I also have not been feeling that great recently. I think might be getting a little bit sick because I did kind of overwork myself for the first midterm, but let's try to pull through here, hopefully, because I'm not really feeling that great, but I do want to keep up daily content. Yeah, and if you're watching this video, I feel like I'm playing well enough. Otherwise, if I'm not playing well, I'm not gonna upload a video that I don't feel like is, you know, I want quality over quantity. If I feel like I'm not bring the high level of play that is expected, I don't feel like it's worth. So yeah, because I don't want to say, oh, I'm not playing well, I'm just making bad mistakes. I don't feel like that's a video that people want to see. I think people want to see high level battling and how the team functions. As we see a player from Italy, 1537 rating, standard stuff. Okay, all right, Kyogre, Incineroar, Mungus, Tornadus, Tsareena, and Xerneas. And yeah, my head doesn't feel that great. What'd I bring? I remember playing a few games against this team. I don't think I ever recorded it. I let double grass all the time, actually, against this team. I think I'm gonna try double grass again. We'll try double grass. I don't think Incineroar is really necessary in this game. I think Solgaleo and Fini are pretty good here. Yeah, Zygarde doesn't really help that much. And I don't think Incineroar helps. I think it just depends on like the team, because I face like a bunch of different variants. If it's Xerneas, Ogre, I faced one with Solgaleo, Ogre, and I think that game I had to bring Zygarde. What I've noticed is none of them have led Incineroar Tornadus, which is like the one lead that I feel like would effectively just shut down my lead of the Venusaur Ludicolo, because otherwise Venusaur pretty much hits my opponent's team. Venusaur plus Ludicolo hits pretty much everything on my opponent's team for good damage, except maybe the Tornadus, but we'll see how this goes here. A Tornadus lead is probably the scariest thing that I could face against this team, because of the fact that, yeah, it's just Hurricane is very big threatening. Tailwind is also a potential option, but probably Tailwind isn't really too necessary. Like, I'm not really too scared of Tailwind unless the Ogre's like specs and it just is faster than my Ludicolo in rain. So we're gonna see the Tornadus Xerneas. Okay. Would you really set up Xerneas here? I don't think you would. It's an interesting lead, for sure. I don't want to fake out Sleep Power to Tornadus, because if Xerneas decides, hey, I want to go for Geomancy, I could always just switch out into my Solgaleo the following turn. And if you go on to Tsareena for the Xerneas, I could also... I think Tsareena, if you have in the back, is a really good play here. But I feel like you have Incineroar plus Kyogre in the back. Tornadus doesn't really usually carry Protect, so I think I'm just going to go for the fake out Sleep Powder, because if I get it off, I'm in a great spot. If I don't, we'll see how this goes, because I think I've never hit a Sleep Powder with this team. I don't think I've ever hit a Sleep Powder. Let's see if the trend continues, because if it does, it's pretty bad for me. Also, to be fair, I could have went into hard Solgaleo as well, but I wanna prevent this Tornadus from moving for a few turns, just so I can buy my grass type some time. Sleep Powder. Wow, that's the first Sleep Powder I ever hit with Venusaur with this team. I've missed probably 5 of them. Okay, that's nice. Can we go 2 for 2? Because I'm gonna attempt to Sleep Power the Xerneas, and I'm gonna go Solgaleo here. The reason I'm gonna make this play is because of the fact that if I do get Sleep Powder off, I can buy some turns for Solgaleo, and we'll see how this goes. I think Solgaleo getting it is really good because it will take a Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam decently well. I think I EV'd mine to live 2 Timid Moonblast, and we're going to see Moonblast come out, probably tarring down that slot. Yep. You are not modest, or if you're modest, you just don't have much special attack investment. Wow. Okay, Venusaur. You really want to hit your sleep powders, which is awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. Okay. If I get rid of the Xerneas, I feel very good about my spot. But if I get rid of Tornadus, I also feel pretty good about my spot. So, tough to say. I think doubling up the Xerneas is just better because I don't risk this being a bulky Xerneas, and even Tornadus wakes up, like the worst it can do is probably Hurricane right here. Xerneas is guaranteed to take its first turn to sleep as well. As Tornadus takes second turn? Yeah, that's second turn. Sludge Bomb gonna come out. And then Sunsteel Strike, so we do knock out the Xerneas. I mean, yes, I didn't have to click Sleep Powder on his Xerneas, but even if I missed it right, my opponent couldn't knock out Solgaleo without a critical hit. So that's basically the position I was fighting for. And yeah, like as you can see, I really benefit the reward here. If I did lose it, it would have been the end of the world for me, which is why I feel like that's the situation where I can click Sleep Powder in. Because like if I miss it, it's not the end of the world. And if I hit it, I'm in an amazing spot, obviously. We're going to see the Kyogre come out. I think the play is always just to protect Venusaur and go hard into Ludicolo. I think if any play you're going to make is Hurricane, Water Spout, the Venusaur slot. And yeah, I think this play works out because I can go for a fake out into the Tornadus the following turn and go for a Grass Knot. Since these Kyogres with Tornadus, they don't usually carry Protect. They're usually like Choice Scarf or maybe Choice Spec sometimes. And it looks like it is going to be a Choice Scarf because it did move before the Tornadus. That didn't go for Prankster, so it's probably going to go for like a Hurricane into the Venusaur slot. Yep. Yep. It would have been really impressive if my opponent called the Solgaleo slot switching in, but yeah, I don't think you can risk a Grass not tarring down that Kyogre slot. Now it's an interesting spot. I think I'm just gonna go for Sludge Bomb into the Tornadus slot and a. If you had Tsareena, you would have switched out a while ago, right? Has to be, I think, the Incineroar in the back. I think I'm just gonna go for Fake Out and Sludge Bomb into Tornadus. Yeah, because you're going to switch out Kyogre, that's probably Incineroar coming in. Oh, wait, you had the Tsareena. Oh, that makes it interesting then. Okay. Queenly Majesty, Hurricane's going to come out, and that's going to KO either one of my Pokemon. Or if you tar down the Venusaur, that's fine. No confusion, which is really good. We do get a Sludge Bomb off, which does put the Tornadus in range of Scald. Fang can come out here. And I guess the question is, what kind of Tsareena are you? I think I'm gonna go Fini, and I'm just gonna go for Scald into Tornadus. You would either go for Elastish Tailwind. You could go for. I'm not sure what you do here though. There are multiple plays. You could Power Whip here. You can Tailwind with your Tornadus. You could go for the Kyogre switch, which it looks like you're not going for, which is good. You could Tailwind. I think it's Tailwind and a Feint. Or, yeah, okay, it's a Feint. That's good. So Fini gonna take that. I do get a Scald off into the Tornadus, which does eliminate it, and there was no Tailwind, so now I can go for a Grass Knot into the Kyogre and get immense damage off. Or I could Sunny Day here, and I think Sunny Day is actually a play. Or do I want immediate damage? I kind of want to go for immediate damage. The reason I want to go for immediate damage is because you have to. Kyogre has to lock itself in the move, right? And if it's like a water move, Ludicolo is going to eat it up. So is Fini. You have to choose a target with your Tsareena. You can only knock out either Ludicolo or Fini. And if I Sunny Day while you power up my Fini, then my Ludicolo might be slower than the Tsareena. Actually, I don't think it would be. But I'd rather get 2 Grass Knots off into Kyogre if you decide to make that play. So I think I'm going to go Icy Wind and Grass Knot here. Because I don't think this. Because you had to target down one of my Mons. We will get a Grass Knot off. into the Kyogre. Oh, that does more than I expected, actually. I could have Moonblast doubled up. Blocks itself into Thunder. Okay. That's not going to knock out either one of my Pokemon. It targets the Ludicolo, actually. Misses my berry. A little unfortunate. We do get an Icy Wind off. So now we're going to be faster than both of these Pokemon with my... Well, not sure about the Kyogre, but definitely my Solgaleo is going to outspeed the Tsareena. And Trop Kick, actually. Into the Fini. Not even Power Whip. Okay. Lowering my attack doesn't really matter. I could probably just get away with Grass Knot, the Kyogre, or Heal Pulse. Yeah. This game should be wrapped up, I think. Because Kyogre can't protect. We know it's Choice Scarf because we already saw it move faster. Unless it's like Modest, Kyogre, or Timid. We're going to see the Feint actually come out, which is fine because I'll live it. Even a critical hit, we would have lived, and then we do proc our berry, and then I can heal pulse, and then our Ludicolo is back at full. So we will be able to knock out the Kyogre, and then Solgaleo should just win the game. I could probably just heal pulse my Solgaleo, and yeah, I'll just heal pulse my Solgaleo, and switch out Ludicolo. Because Ludicolo is not really doing anything on the field. Rain stops too. Shouldn't really affect the game though. Heal Pulse, switch on to Solgaleo. So we have our healthy Solgaleo. Or I could have actually done it to Venusaur actually. Because Venusaur could have also won this game if I Heal Pulsed it correctly. Oh well. Not that big of a deal. Because I think there's no way Tsareena's 1v4ing my team. Let's see. Trop Kick into the Fini. So Fini is going to go down. But now I got to bring out my Venusaur, Sludge Bomb, Sunsteel Strike. You're guaranteed to take one of them, and then two attacks will finish out the Tsareena. So this game was pretty much over. I think the big turns were Xerneas not really being able to do anything, and me just hitting a Sleep Powder. Just me hitting one of those Sleep Powders was amazing. Yeah. And this game's wrapped up because there's nothing my opponent can do here. Feint, yeah, you can knock out my Venusaur, but you're going to get 2-shot by my Solgaleo. And you cannot one-shot my Solgaleo unless... Call me colors. The only thing that Tsareena can touch my Solgaleo with is a knockoff. And that's not going to really do too much damage to Solgaleo. That's some good damage. That's some good damage. And you can't even outspeed me because of that Icy Wind from earlier. Ludicolo. I just don't want to proc Berry, so just Sunny Day, I guess. Sunsteel Strike. I mean, I don't really care if I reveal it here, as Sunsteel Strike does come out. Wait. Why is my Solgaleo faster than my Ludicolo? Oh, yeah. Or is it speed tie? I remember, like, for some reason, I thought my yeah, so I do apologize. I thought my Ludicolo was max speed for some reason, and then I realized it's not. Is it speed tie between Ludicolo, Out of Rain, and Solgaleo? That's what I can't remember right off the bat, because I feel like it might be. As you can see, I haven't really played Pokemon too much. And, again... But hopefully, yeah, I hope... like the thought process, because hitting a Sleep Powder was just amazing for me in the first turn. My opponent set up Geomancy, but like my opponent couldn't really do anything with that Geomancy, and even if I missed Sleep Powder, I mean, I guess like it could have let Xerneas protect just to burn off a Sleep Turn from Tornadus, but I'm not sure if that's the most reliable way to come back. I'm actually really surprised we didn't see the Tsareena switch in, but that works out beautifully for me. As my last opponent DC'd in team preview, so we're gonna continue on. Hopefully we can find another game, and hopefully it will be a good one. But overall, I do really like the team. I have seen a lot of variants though. I've seen, because this core is pretty standard. I'm trying it out with the Ludicolo. I've seen a lot of Toxicroak recently with this team. Toxicroak over Ludicolo, which I feel like is an interesting adaptation. It really helps with the Zern Ogre matchup, which this team can definitely, I've noticed, definitely can have some problems with. Yeah, that's definitely a very scary Pokemon to deal with. I'm not exactly too sure. I might try out the Toxicroak variant on my stream, so be sure to follow me on twitch.tv/JamesB1. Well, once I get time to stream, but I like Sunny Day on my Ludicolo because of the fact that Sunny Day is just really good to slow down Kyogre's damage output. And speaking of Kyogre, we have another one with Ludicolo, Kyogre, Incineroar, Ferrothorn, Necrozma, and the Tapu Fini. Also, I did forget to mention that I did change my Zygarde spread a little bit. So this Zygarde actually has a bit more special defense, a little less attack. It's because I feel like the Kyogres have been really confusing me with their damage output. Like, I feel like I've been taking a bit too much from the attack, so I felt like I needed to change Zygarde spread a bit. It still is able to knock out Incineroar at +2, the standard Incineroar anyway, 236 HP and like 36 defense. I think that's like the maximum they run. And 2 shots them at neutral, which is what I was going for. It's a little bit more optimal. I am able to have a little bit more HP. Just this final Gambit from like Staraptor and stuff. And then, yeah. Let's see. I want to go... Solgaleo good here. Solgaleo's actually pretty good here. Do I bring Ensign? I don't think I bring Ensign. But Ensign's nice for the Intimidate. Actually, Ensign's pretty good. I want Solgaleo though, that's the thing. But I need Fini, I need Zygarde. But I think I don't bring... Man, I really want to bring the Solgaleo. I just feel like the other 4 are just more optimal. Because I feel like you have Zygarde, because Zygarde's a good Pokemon in this matchup. You bring in Incineroar for the Intimidate, especially against the Necrozma, which is useful, as well as the switch into Lele and Ferrothorn, as well as my opponent's own Incin. We'll see how this goes, as we're going to see the Kyogre top of Lele, which is actually a pretty good lead for me. We do lead the Zygarde plus Ludicolo. Guess it comes down to what my opponent really does. I think Fini is a okay play here. Like I could go Fini, Grass Knot. We see the Kyogre move before the Lele, so you want to assume it's either slow Lele or maybe it's a Scarf Kyogre, for instance. I'm going Fini. I want a Grass Knot. But should I just Scald the Lele? Because getting damage on the Lele wouldn't be bad either. But I think I'm going to Grass Knot first. Because this play allows me to live multiple options. We're going to see the switch out into Incineroar. So, could have Scalded the Lele for free, but that's not too bad of a situation. I can sell Swagger in the future, which isn't too bad. And Lele won't be able to knock out either one of my Pokemon. I'm not sure what you're going for either. Are you going to go for Moonblast? Are you going to go for Psyshock? Do you have like a specific option that you have a really good time with? Let's see. We will Grass Knot. Okay, damage. Critical hit, so that's not really damage. And Psyshock and the Ludi. I should live that pretty comfortably. Yep. Comfortably, but it takes a ton. I think I want to go Incin here. Go Incin, Icy Wind. Yeah, I'm going to go Incin and Icy Wind. Because you're probably just going to fake out Psyshock again. Or maybe even Moonblast. But I don't want to lose my Ludicolo yet, because if it is Scarf Kyogre, I feel like I do need to keep it around. We're going to see the fake out into that slot, actually. And a taunt, okay. Which is fine as well. As I will be able to get an Icy Wind. Lele avoids, which is the Pokemon I kind of want to hit, because obviously I'm not tying down the Incin. That's a little bit frustrating. That's frustrating. Oh well. Because I would have liked to break a potential Sash if it is Sash Lele. Taunt makes sense. Taunt is probably Sash. We're gonna Moonblast the Lele to try to break the Sash now, and we might as well just go for a U-turn and Incineroar, because we'll try to get in my because I think what you're gonna try to do is get in your Kyogre right here. Protect, so we'll U-turn. I just don't know who you're U-turning in if you're my opponent. I think I want to go Zygarde here though. Zygarde should live attacks. Man, missing that Icy Wind on Lele is kind of huge. We'll see how this works out though. Oh, a knockoff. Into the Fini? Okay. It's not too bad, I guess. I can go for Moonblast, 1000 Arrows here. That would knock out Incineroar. I can't swagger myself. I really, really want damage in the Lele. Yeah, it's 100% optimal to target down the Lele here because getting rid of Lele would be great. We're going to see the Moonblast straight into the Zygarde, so I'll live that pretty comfortably. Yep. And I'll be able to get damage in the Lele as well as 1000 Arrows and Incineroar, and that's always good damage. So, not the worst turn, but not the greatest, obviously. I might proc the 100% complete form. It's Assault Vest Incineroar, looks like. So I can't really switch in. Okay. We're gonna see Kyogre come back out. I do need, yeah, we're gonna see Kyogre come out. Taunt wears off, sends to Prince of Many, so we will get 100% form. I really want to scout what the Kyogre is going for. I really want to know what the Kyogre is going for. Lele should be in range of Extreme Speed, which is pretty good. I could Extreme Speed go out in a Ludi. Would that be the worst? I am kind of worried if I don't have the Heal Pulse option yet. I think Ludicolo makes sense here. And I think Extreme Speed makes sense too in a Lele. I guess worst case is Thunder? We're gonna see Kyogre retreat. That's probably Incineroar. Yeah, I probably could have thought about that too. Although, does Moonblast knock me out at this range? I don't think it does. And I also have the Rain out on my side, and I have the Fake Out Pressure. I don't feel like that this is that bad of a spot for me, realistically. Bring out the Ludi. Extreme Speed. I guess if you predict the Ludi coming in. Oh, I knock out the Lele with Extreme Speed. That's actually really good then. Oh yeah, that's amazing for me. Rain stops 2, which is helpful. Yeah, that's kind of helpful actually. We're gonna see Necrozma. No, my opponent's own Ludicolo. Okay. If you're running Kyogre, I don't think you're running Timid on the Ludi. I do have a Berry, so I'll live pretty comfortably. How much do I need my Zygarde? Not really much, right? Can't I just Fake Out and... Coil up? I'm gonna Coil up. Because we might exchange Fake Outs, whatever. It'd be fine, because even if you Fake Out, let's say my Zygarde. Yeah, that's fine. You're Life Orb Ludi too, okay. This works out beautifully for me. Because now your Incineroar's in range of Extreme Speed. And I can Grass Knot. I don't think Life Orb... Would Life Orb Grass Knot knock me out? That's the question. If it does, I guess that's a little bit of a concern. I just don't think Life Orb Grass Knot should knock me out. It might be better just to go out on Incineroar. You know what? It's better probably just to go out on Incineroar. And 1000 Arrows. I really want to Grass Knot my opponent's Incineroar, expecting the Kyogre switch, but I'll just make the Incineroar play because it's safe overall. Like, I don't think there's a really big way for my opponent to punish it. And even if Incineroar stays around, I don't feel like it's the end of the world for me since it's that low on HP. Although, I would have probably outsped the Ludicolo. Oh, but Incineroar just stays in. Okay. Goes for the Grass Knot. And every single Life Orb hit is very valuable onto that Ludicolo. So, 100% take this. 1000 Arrows. Good damage. I guess the question is what you're going to lock yourself into if you're own Ludi. I mean, you're a Kyogre. Since you're a Scarf Kyogre, it looks like on this team. So, are you going to lock yourself in a Water Spout? I don't know if my Zygarde will live in attack at this range. I mean, I think I just go for Fake Out, Extreme Speed, and Ludicolo. Try to put in range of everything else for my team. So I'm going to Fake Out and Extreme Speed the Ludicolo. on my opponent's side. Try to put in range of maybe like a Moonblast, Fake Out combination for my Ludicolo and Fini in the back if I lose both my Pokemon here. And Kyogre has to lock itself in a move. You would assume it's a water type move. Would you lock yourself in Ice Beam or Thunder? I don't think you would if you're my opponent. That's a good amount of damage. So is that. Ludicolo flinches, Origin Pulse, yeah. Which Zygarde takes, Incineroar goes down, but I'm completely fine with that trade. I can now go out into my own Ludicolo, and I can just fake out the Ludicolo and go for the Extreme Speed once again. Since most likely your Ludicolo doesn't have Protect, and even if it has Protect, your Origin Pulse is probably going to activate the Berry on my Ludicolo, so I'm going to definitely be out of Grass Knot range. So, just recycle these fake outs. And Extreme Speed. Does knock out the Ludicolo, and that should be game, I think. I don't think Crit Origin Pulse knocks out Ludicolo at this range. We'll find out. No, a crit wouldn't have knocked me out. And next turn, I can go for Grass Knot and the Heal Pulse. Like, I have so many options here. My opponent just really doesn't have any way to touch my Ludicolo now. And that is going to be a good game, I think. Unless I'm completely mistaken about something. But even if you're Thunder Kyogre, like, you can't even paralyze me and a crit won't knock out my Ludicolo. Yeah, there's sheer cold Kyogre, I guess. But it should be Scar Kyogre. I think we already confirmed that earlier in the game. Well, Grass Knot, Heal Pulse. And yeah, this should be game. Origin Pulse, Fini dodges, doesn't matter. But overall, I think this game, it was just... No Ferrothorn was great to handle. I think that I just ended up being able to weaken everything with my Zygarde. And my Ludicolo was putting in a ton of work. Preserving Ludicolo was definitely something that was just really big there. And the Extreme Speed knocking out Lele, I think, was the big turn. Because I didn't actually think Extreme Speed would actually be able to knock out -1. Especially since I took away attack investment. But Zygarde coming in through. Which is nice. Yeah, this game's over. Grass Knot will be able to finish off the Kyogre, and that's going to be a good game to my opponents. So overall, this game, I feel like I was just able to get good momentum off by going for the knockout by getting the knockout on Lele. I think Lele's damage output was pretty nice. The Kyogre being Scarf kind of was helpful because it couldn't really protect. It was just, and being able to rotate fake outs against my opponent's Ludicolo was really nice. Having a faster Ludicolo and that Ludicolo mirror is really nice as well because I always have that Sunny Day option. I don't know how much Life or Grass Knot does to Ludicolo, but I still think it wouldn't knock out. I really don't think it would have knocked out. But hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below, shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social media, my Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Highly recommend following me on those. If you want to support the channel, there is my Patreon page linked down below. If you missed a previous episode, there's a playlist down below, as well as the placement of this team if you do want to go try it out. Otherwise, yeah, a little bit out of it, but hopefully we'll be able to pull through for the next few episodes. Gonna be trying my best to still produce daily content, even though I'm like really busy at the moment. So if I do miss a video, I do apologize in advance, but it's really a tough time for me right now, and I'm not exactly feeling the greatest as well. So thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.